Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I feel like Sagittarius, right? Yeah, Sagittarius. I feel like I should say something else. It's not coming to me just yet, but that's interesting. It's almost like... It's weird. Like, I feel like I should say something else. Like, is there something I didn't say? Okay. So, going into this, like, it seems like everything just seems to be happening at once, and then there's, like, this lag time. I don't know. We're going into something like that. I feel like I just need to, like, preface that. Like, we're going into something, everything happens at once, then there's, like, this lag time, and then we go into something else. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't know why I feel the need. I really need to push that forward. Now, are you hard on yourself or other people? What's the deal here? You got the Wasp with the Eight of Pentacles going into this. You may be hard on other people. I just feel like you may be very rigid with yourself. Putting a lot of effort in. But I feel like you're literally, like, you know you're tired. You know you're doing too much. You know you're going way over what you should be doing. Like, other people should be helping here, or you're just putting too much pressure on yourself. Too much. But you're forcing it forward. You're like, nope, I gotta finish this. I gotta get it done. When it's done, I can relax. I need to get this done. But you know you're overdoing it. That's what I'm getting. Whatever it is, you know you're overdoing it. But you're like, nope, nope, I'm getting it done. I'm finishing it. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to complete this. I mean, and we all have the right to make our own decisions, so I don't know. You know how that goes. When we all have that time where we push ourselves too far, we know it. And then life says, well, I gave you a chance to slow down. I'm in that boat. I do that. When I'm feeling deer spirit in the environment while you're doing this, like you're going above and beyond, but you're overdoing it. I feel like you're really overdoing it. Somebody else is kind of slacking off. I feel like you're letting somebody else slack off. Why? I almost feel this energy kind of like, well, but if I do it, I know it's done. I'm getting that energy. You're burning the candle at both ends. You're wiping yourself out. You're exhausted. I feel like you're exhausted at this point. Somebody else should be helping, but you're kind of like, yeah, but if I do it, it's almost like if I try to push them to do it, I have to keep making sure they did it. I have to make sure they did it right. I have to see, you know, it's like I have to police that whole situation. Why waste the energy policing them when I could just do it myself? It's kind of what I'm feeling from it. But literally, I feel like policing them is healthier. I know that might sound counterproductive, but it feels like instead of like working yourself to the bone and beyond, pushing some energy off on this other person and making them do it would actually give you some more stability. I just feel like somebody's getting away with not pulling their weight. That's really what I'm getting from this, which is odd for the deer spirit. But I literally feel like there's a deer like just kind of looking around, just like smelling the flowers, enjoying life, eating a couple nuts, eating a couple berries. But literally they should be like carrying some of the load. It's like literally if you put a satchel on the back of a deer, they can carry it. Like they could do that. But you gotta put them in you have to get them up to speed and get them doing it. You have to help them do it. But still, if they can carry some of the load, it's like, do you have to carry all 50 pounds, or can they carry 20 and you carry 30? Like, after a couple hours, like that makes a big difference. Okay. I still feel like this person's getting away with not pulling their weight. Temperance card is coming in here, and I feel like this is going on way too long. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot, and it's just, it doesn't seem to be ending it. At this part, like this is all the beginning part, like this seems to drag on for too long. I'm getting the Temperance, but it's like going on for too long. Like it just keeps going forward, keeps going forward. You're getting more agitated. I feel like there might be there might be a passive-aggressive energy coming off of you. I don't know what to say about that. Like, you know if that's hitting or not. Kind of like you're trying to tell this person, like, yeah, I could use some help. You know, if you have a moment, helping me would save my life. I'm just saying, I broke my ankle doing your work. You probably could help me at this point. That's not passive-aggressive. That's flat-out aggressive, what I'm saying. But, like, you know, oh, I wish somebody would help me. Oh, I hope I don't break my ankle. I guess that would be passive-aggressive. The buffalo with the Queen of Swords is, like, I feel like this person, you're trying to send information over to them. Like, I need your help. I need you to help me. But it seems like it could be more passive-aggressive. And they're not helping. They're just not helping. I'm getting the Sandpiper spirit over here, which just makes, it says be playful, but I feel like something just ignoring you. I feel like this is ignoring you. I feel like this bird is showing this person is ignoring you. Playful or whatever, I don't know if that even matters. They're ignoring you, and that's what I'm getting from this. But the buffalo is telling me you're succeeding. Like, the situation is working. It hasn't fallen apart. You're doing way too much, but you're also succeeding at the same time. So it's kind of like, it's like the value here is kind of like, I want this to succeed. I don't want it to fail. And if I start letting some of it slip through the cracks, you feel like you're the one that's going to pay for it. You're the one that's going to have the detriment. Because you want this to be successful. This other person, if you try to push it off on them now, you're the one that's going to pay for it. And it's frustrating. This only goes so far, though, because you're overdoing it. Like, it's kind of like you can't sprint. Like, how do I put this? You can't sprint a marathon. Like, you can't do that. You can sprint with this Sagittarius energy I'm getting, you probably can sprint longer than most people. Just in the work ethic thought. Like, maybe, like, it's not about actual running. I feel like y'all know that. But, like, in this work ethic, you could probably sprint longer than most people, but you still can't sprint the marathon. You can't do the sprint the whole way through. You're not going to make it. Sooner or later, this is going to have to come together. Like, when I feel the groundhog in this deck, it's kind of like holding on to something you love that, you know, it's just, you can't hold on forever. You're going to have to let it go. Literally let go fits for that. The Hermit is telling me, like, there's going to be a lot of thought on this, but you're going to have to let go. You're just going to have to figure out how exactly you're going to have to let go of this. The last card is the Tower card. Yeah, I feel like the Tower card actually hits first. I was hoping you were going to have, like, some type of leeway, some type of, like, fair warning. You know, fix this now before you drop it. I literally feel it's the other way around. Like, you're going to drop it and then be like, ah, crap. Now that I've dropped it, oh, boy. Yeah, because you're going to have to let go. The Tower hits, it forces you to let go. That's the groundhog. And then the Hermit's like, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I do with this? You got one card face down. What is it? Ooh, Ace of Wands. Restructuring. Okay, restructuring, but, like, this, it's kind of like, how do I put this? It's like you've been putting forth this effort for a constant Thanksgiving dinner. It's like every day it's a Thanksgiving dinner. Every day it's a Thanksgiving dinner. And you've been doing all the cooking. And I know that's, for those of you who are not familiar with Thanksgiving, because I know these go all over the world, it's like this 7-course meal. Let's put it that way. Like you got there's a lot to it. There's a huge meal. And every day you're the one always doing everything, putting together this whole meal. Am I being attacked by a cat? I am. Okay. I'm still being attacked by a cat. He's coming for me. All right. So if he jumps down into frame, fair warning, a cat might jump down into frame. You can't do this. You can't keep doing this. The tower falls. Something goes wrong. Every day doing a 7-course meal, you're the one doing everything, every day, every day, every day. You're like, all right, can't do it anymore. Things fall apart. For whatever reason, not doable anymore. The Ace of Wands is telling me you're not giving up. But it's kind of like, you know what? I like this. But you know what? I'm going to restructure this whole thing. If I'm doing this 7-course meal for 10 people, I'm going to do this. I'm going to still do this every day. But we're going to do this a lot better. I'm only going to include people in this dinner who are going to help me do it. They're going to wash dishes, set the table, help me cook. They're going to pitch in. If they don't pitch in, they're not a part of this dinner. I'm not cooking for freeloaders. We're done. At the same time, you're like, and I'm going to condense this down. We're not doing this 7-course meal. We're going to do 3. And we're going to do just the 3 that I want to do. We're going to do what I want to do. We're going to put it together. And if you don't participate, you're not a part of it. So it's like from doing 110%, because like you're doing more than everything. You're going above and beyond. You're going to go down to 30 to 20%. And because people are not going to be a part of this if they don't help. And you're going to condense it. So compared to what you did before, it was like 110%. You're down to between 20 and 30, and it kind of bounces. And you're like, here, I'm going to put it down to just what I want. If you don't want to help, then you're not a part of it. And that's what you're going to reestablish the whole situation. Because you're like, I want this dinner, but I'm not going to kill myself over it. I'm restructuring it. I'm only allowing certain people a part of it. If they help, you can come. If you're going to help, you can come. If you're not going to help, sorry, you're going to have to get dinner somewhere else. Get yourself a Hot Pocket. Good luck. Sorry about it. Nope. That's where you're restructuring it. This is face down because I feel like you're not going to do this until your things fall apart. And then you're just going to be like, you know what? I'm still going to enjoy my dinner. I'm just going to do it differently where I literally can enjoy my dinner. Here's where the lag time is. Other people who used to be a part of this situation, like whatever it was, but think if it was 10 before and you're now inviting 3 because these 3 will actually help. So maybe including you, there was 11 people enjoying dinner, and now there's including you 4 people. These other people want to come back. Oh, can I come to dinner? I'd like to come to dinner. I feel like if somebody's like doing that, like they want to come back. But I'm getting this 8 of Cups. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I'm an intuitive reader, if you didn't know, so I'm just kind of pulling the energy off the card here. They want to come back the way it was. Can I just come to dinner? And you're like, oh, well, what do you want to bring? Well, I don't have time. I just thought I'd just pop in and just for old time's sake, just to come back. Well, if you don't bring something, you can't come. So what do you want to bring? Oh, I can bring soda. Well, okay, you can bring soda, but can you help with the dishes too? I don't know if I'm going to have time to help with the dishes. Well, I don't know if I have time to have you a part of my dinner then. That's kind of your response to that. Because I feel like you might get annoyed with this person quick. Like, listen, the deal is you want to enjoy the dinner, you participate, you help out with the dinner. You can't help out, you can't come. It's simple. I almost feel like I want to yell at somebody. I really want to get in their face. Like, listen, you know the rules, and I'm not going back to that bull. You can forget it. You want to be a part of it, you got to participate. Bring something to share and help with the dishes. You can't do that, you can't come. That's it. And I almost feel like I want to really yell at somebody, like, listen, you know the rules. I'm not going back to that bowl. Forget it. And they don't like that. And that's, oh, well. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, you don't like that? Oh, well. McDonald's is down there. Go get yourself something. Good luck. Sorry. Actually, McDonald's is over that way. So, not that it matters. like I need to be technical now. You're not mean. because I'm feeling the urge to yell. I just don't think I am. I noticed I didn't, thankfully. Not that I really want to. But like I've had the urge to be like, oh, listen, we're not going back to the way that was. No, we're not. You got the lion here, though. The lion can be very gentle when it wants to be, but, you know, the lion also comes forward with that strength. If you've ever pet a lion in person, I feel like people who have actually done that, if they're sane, they have respect for a lion. Like, if you're allowed to pet the lion, you pet the lion on the lion's terms. You're nice to the lion. You're good to the lion. You say, I love you, lion. Good lion. And you leave the lion alone when the lion wants to be left alone. You know, you don't push your luck if you have any sense in your brain. And I feel like that's how this person is treating you. Like, they see you as the lion. You're nice, but if they push you, you're going to bite them. And that's not going to be fun. So they're not going to do that. The Fool card is here is like, you kind of do want to include them back in it, but you're also like, no, because I feel like if I slip with you, so then you let this one get back in freeloading. Then you have a second one. Well, you let that one in, and they freeloaded. Why can't I freeload? All right, you can freeload too. Like, that's, I mean, not that it's going to be that flat out of a conversation, but literally that's what's going to happen. You let one skip by, then two, and then before you know it, you know, you have, what, 4 of you doing the work, and 7 other people just freeloading, and then the 3 that are helping you, they're like, well, why do we have to work and nobody else? And you got that problem. You're like, well, you don't have to help. And then before you know it, you're doing all the work again, and everybody else is benefiting off of your effort. So it's not like you don't want this to come back, but you're kind of like, you're hoping they're going to figure out the error of their ways. Judgment goes in your favor. I'm just kind of like, the interesting thing with the Fool here is like, you're expecting them to come around and figure it out. But I don't feel you being the Fool, like just letting it come back. Yeah, they are pushing this, so let me just be fair. I'm just going to hold it by itself. If you let them come back and freeload, you're going to end up back at square one. Just put that in the back of your head. Do you want it to go back to where it was? Use the Fool energy as optimism. Like, they're going to figure it out. They're gonna, like, if they're gonna realize, you know, eating McDonald's, eating fast food, let's not say McDonald's, let's just get out of there. Eating fast food versus a beautiful 7-course home-cooked meal, to me personally, at least if you know good cooks, and I do, it doesn't compare. Like, fast food is like, really good home-cooked meals, like, it's so much better. Like, I'll take a home-cooked macaroni and cheese or lasagna or whatever you got going on there, a ham, a turkey. It's far and beyond much more satisfying than a burger from a fast food joint, in my opinion. So if they want that, if they want to go for that stuff, if they want to go, then okay, if you're happy with it, you go over there. If you want to enjoy this higher quality stuff, you got to participate. Even if they can't, you know, cook that well, you'll be like, I'll teach you. I mean, if it has to get there. But like at the even if they can't cook at all, and you're like, oh, maybe I won't teach them. But they can do the dishes, they can set up, and they can do the dishes. They can help clean up. They can be in the kitchen, they can help you serve things. There's things they can do. So we're not going to play this, oh, I can't cook. Well, yeah, but you can set a table. You can clean dishes. You know how to wash things, right? That's not rocket science. Like, you get the crud off the dish, and you wash it with soap. Ooh, a miracle, you figured it out. Which is sarcasm, I know. But, you know, like, they can do that. Don't let them come back. Don't get back to square one. I wouldn't feel bad about it. They can help or they can go somewhere else. Judgment will go in your favor. Just don't let people skip by on responsibilities that they should adhere to. You know, that's what I'm getting. This could go a lot better. There's a twinge there that you might start caving a little bit at some point. Don't. Just don't. I don't know. I would personally be that person if you felt that bad. Like, here's $5, go to a fast food place. You can't participate in this dinner, though, unless you bring something. Like, if you need $5, because I feel like that might be insulting to that person. I don't know where that's coming from. But for somebody, I'm literally getting that. Like, it's kind of like, it's something like that. It doesn't have to be a dinner, but, like, if you do something like, well, you can't come here because everybody else here is participating and you don't want to. But here's $5. Go get some fast food. I just can't let you be a part of this. I feel like that would insult that person. Kind of like, I have my own money. Well, then, go get your stuff. Leave me alone. It may insult them, but maybe they need to be. It's not like you're saying a nasty comment to them. You're just like, well, if you need help, here's $5. I don't need help. I can see that already. Anything else? I think this gets better. I like this. The restructuring is good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.